Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do position sizing. Okay, how to risk the same amount of money on every trade, no matter how huge your stop loss is. Now, I'm going to be using Popcat as an example again. So, because right now, if you notice, I've changed the way I drop signals on this channel. I always put the stop loss percentage and the leverage. So, which means you're going to be using each the leverage that I drop and the stop loss percentage to calculate how much you'll be risking. And let's say you have a $1,000, or okay, let me use $100 example. Let's say you have $100 example. The goal is to risk 10% per trade, right? So which means that will enable you to play the game 10 times before your money get wiped out. And based on the signals we have been dropping so far, right now I don't think it's even possible for us to lose 10 in a row where you now get liquidated. Sometimes we can lose twice in a row. It normally happens, especially in February, it happens. But rarely do we do uh, multiple stop loss in a row. But majority of the time, we always win. Like for January, we had over 70% win rate, but February was kind of slow. I think February we kind of break even. Yeah, we kind of break even in February. But towards the end of the month, we were missing a lot of good trades, and the ones we caught, didn't go well as planned. So let me go back to what I'm saying now. In order to now risk, let's say you are trading with $100 and you're risking 10% on each trade, so that would be now $10, right? So take for example this pop cards. It means that if Popcat, you enter this Popcat trade and it hits support of 0.04900, you only lose $10. Okay, you only lose $10. So this is how you do it. Okay, I already set the stop loss percentage at 25%. So you go to Bybit, go to Bybit. Okay, wow, Popcat trade is going well, by the way. So yeah, go to Bybit. Then okay, my pop catcher is already on 15x leverage. Okay, let me use another example. Fatcoin. Okay, I'm going to use Fatcoin as an example here. So let's say, for example, this is Fatcoin, and I told you guys to long Fatcoin with 10x leverage, and the stop loss is maybe like 0.156. I'm going to use this fat coin and use the same amount of stop loss, which is 25%. Okay. Okay, let's say I told you guys to long fat coin 0.15964, stop loss 0.15563, which is 25%, right? So this is how you now do it. Okay. You go to your mathematics. This is where you carry your calculator and do a little bit of mathematics here. So it will now be this. You will times, let's say $50 times 0.25 to give you $12. Then okay, so 25% of $40 will give you $10. So which means this trade will be entering it with $40. Now, since we are using 10x leverage, in order for us to get the $40 margin, we'll times that $40 times the 10x leverage. So instead of putting $40 here, you put 400. Okay? Then you click on long. Then traders trigger. Then you go to your orders, click on modify. Okay, sorry. Go to this Fatcoin. Go to your set TPSL. They put 0.15325. No? 15525. Yes. 27. Okay, yeah, that's our 25%. So you can now see that this trade now, if you hit stop loss, we'll only lose just $10. We only lose just $10. So you click on confirm. So see, that's how you do the calculation. Okay, that's how you do the calculation. Now the reason why I didn't use Popcard as example is because I actually use 15x leverage. But let's say I told you guys to use 15x leverage on Popcard. Let me even delete this let's say I told you guys to even use 15x leverage, and stop loss will now be if it is 15x leverage, because based on I use 15x leverage, my stop loss is 37%. And I'm actually risking just $37 on this trade. Yes, so let's say you are using 15x leverage and you want to still break the same amount. It's very simple. Okay, it's very simple. You will calculate, because I will drop the percentage. Okay, so for 15x leverage, the stop loss will now be still 37% instead of 25. So what you now do, you now come here, okay, and do your calculation. Okay, $30, $28. Okay, so $28 now will give us $10. So that $28 now, you now use it to times 15. You notice that it's almost the same structure that you still get. Okay, our entry was 5028. So you now put 420 here to get your $28. Okay, to get your $28. So yeah, that's just it. So just a little bit of calculation here. I really didn't know if you guys really understand everything. But yes, that's how you set use position sizing on history. So I've already make everything easier here. Tell you the leverage, tell you the percentage stop loss. So when you do, all you need to do now is to, let's say you have $1,000 and you are risking $100 in this capital. All you need to do is just go to your calculator. Okay, calculate what is 25% of any amount of money in that $1,000 range that will give you $100. The answer is $400. 400 times 0.25 will give you $100. So you can ask ChatGPT. Okay, you can ask ChatGPT. So to make everything even more easier, please use ChatGPT. ChatGPT will just give you the right answer. Okay, you could just answer GPT was 25% of particular amount that gives you $100. You see 100. See? Short guys, use ChatGPT. ChatGPT will make it easier for you. Now, ChatGPT already told you that it's $400. Okay? I just ask him what's the 25% of a particular amount that gives you 100 as the answer. It says $400. So that will not make you to just come here and just put $400 here to not get your capital. So which means it will now be 4,000 you put instead of $40. So yeah, I see that Falcon trade is going well. I think I'm just gonna leave it. Who knows? I might make some sweet cash from it. I know it is small money, but yeah. So guys, that's how you do it. So for those using $100 and risking $10 per trade, what you will now do is that you will now say what's 25% of a particular amount that gives you 10 as the answer. And they say it's $40. Okay, the amount is 40. So guys, use ChatGPT. Don't suffer your head and start going to be using a calculator. Just use this prompt. Okay. Now, let's say for example, if I give you a trade and the percentage is maybe the stop loss percentage is like for example this hype trade. There was this hype trade I dropped here. You can see that the stop loss is percentage is 30% because it would normally change on each trade. So you can see that the stop loss percentage is 30%. So what I will do, I will just go to ChatGPT and say, what's 30% of a particular amount that gives you 10 as the answer. And what did they say here? They said $33.33. Okay, which is let's say $33. So those of you that are using 10x leverage, all you need to do is to times 33 times 10, which is the 10x leverage, and you put 330 to get the desired margin. So that's how you do it, guys. That's how you do it using ChatGPT. So yeah. So the goal here is to, let's say you fund your account $100, you risk $10 on each trade, right? If you fund your account is $500, you risk $50 on each trade. So the goal is to risk 10% of any amount of money you use in funding. So that's it on the position sizing, so that you will actually, make money and reach the same amount of money on each trade. Okay, so that's it, guys.